Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and this is the next video in our React Express build. And basically what I want to do now, so let's first kickstart our servers. npm run dev, that's our backend. In our front end, npm run, npm start. Okay, yep, whatever. Okay, so there is, let me just get rid of all these extra windows. Okay, so we have the ability, and look, I'm still logged in, so that's kind of neat. Okay, until I log out, it's going to think I'm logged in with the way it's currently built. Like, local storage is permanent. Okay, until I actually remove it from local storage, that token will be there. That token doesn't expire, so it'll always successfully log in right now. I mean, it does have, I think, whatever the default expiration date is, but it's going to be not expire before this video expires. Okay. So what we can't do yet is edit and delete. A quick one to do is delete. So let's just quickly set up delete. So what we're going to do is for each li, we're going to also include a delete button. So we're going to end up including two buttons in here. A button to delete. Okay. A button to delete. And a button to edit. Okay. So let's just see if we see them. See, there we go. Delete and edit buttons. Good. Now let's create a function for those delete buttons. So I'm going to copy. So I'm going to change. I'll keep handle click, but this one's going to be called handle delete. Because I can't call them all handle click. So, you just kind of find a different name. So this is going to be handle delete. Okay. We'll come back. So this is just deleting, so I don't need the input reference. Just note this is going to be a delete request. Okay, and what this is going to do, this function is going to actually take an ID because we need the ID in the URL. Note is not defined. Well, we'll get back to that. I don't need a body in this particular request because we're not sending anything over, we're just deleting, but I do need the token. I don't need the content type header. I don't need to do this. I do need to get the updated list of notes. So this should be it. So basically this will take the ID of the current note. Then it will send a delete request to a URL with that ID in it. Make sure it's a delete method. There's the authorization token. And then once it's done, it's going to run get notes again, get the updated list of notes. Okay. So let's just add this. So on click, but I don't want to just pass in handle delete because I need to pass in the ID, and I can't pass an argument in if I just write handle delete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass in an arrow function, and then that arrow function will take handle delete. And again, this is in the context of this map. We're still inside this map here. And as long as we're inside this map, I have access to this note variable that represents the current note. So I can just do note dot underscore ID, and that's going to pass that note's ID into the handle delete function. So then that becomes the ID here. That calls the right URL to delete it. We have the token, so we have the authority to do so, and it should delete it. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, so I'm going to refresh this page. So if I click delete breakfast, oh, that did not work. So that means something did not go right. Okay, we'll come back to that. Did not make a call. Okay, made a call to note. Let's see here, request headers. Where did I send the request to? Localhost. this? Bear, there's a token. That's right. Okay, and it should just be a delete request. Do I see a delete request name here? Same side, localhost bear accept. I'm not. I see the ID here. So yeah, so it's making the response there, but I don't see the method. Host origin referrer. General. Yeah, it made a delete request. It was successful. So I guess when I refresh this page, it should be gone. But no, they're still there. So why? Let's see here. Handle delete note ID. This creates a fetch. Fetch happens there. Authorization bear. I mean, it looks like the delete went fine. JSON. That's strange. Okay, so let's see what happens if I click delete lunch. I want to first clear this. Where's clear? There. Okay, so it makes 4 calls. Let's see. Let's start from the bottom one. Fine. Okay, so this is. Okay, that's the get. That's right afterwards. Okay, so this must be the original delete here. And we're setting it to delete note. That looks correct. That looks correct. And we get the response that it should be deleted. Oh, I know why. It's a problem with our backend. Okay. Server.js. I want to go to controllers, notes, update, delete. Yes, there it is. It's running the update function, not the remove function. There we go. Save. Okay, so it's not deleting it, so that's why when it updates, so everything was going fine, but like I was like, oh, the breakfast and lunch are not disappearing because it's running the update function, not the delete function. So let's see here. I click on breakfast now, and now it disappears. Good. Now I can delete all my notes. Delete works. Okie dokie. Okay, so let me think about how I want to do update. There's a couple different ways I can do update, because the idea is you need another form. The easiest thing to do is for me to just add another form for updating. That's probably what I want to do, just to keep it simple. Instead of creating another page and then having to push the data I need to that page. So I'm looking for my, oh, I'm still in the backend thing. So dashboard. So let's go to our JSX. Right here where it says create note, I'm going to copy this again. Okay, and then I'll put an H2 for update note. H2 update note. Okay. And so this will be like update. And what's going to happen is that the value of this form, we're going to have to use a second ref because I'm again trying to avoid having to do this whole handle change thing for just one form field. So here I created it. I'm going to do const update equals react.useRef null, and then change this one here, update. So this ref is now update. That's going to be update. We're going to create a different function called handle update. So we'll create that in a second. Okay. Actually, I can just copy the handle click one. for creating. I'll copy that. This version is going to take an ID. Okay, and make a put request. And again, this is going to be with the ID at the end. Okay, the note is going to come from update, so not .current.value. So update.current.value, put token, stratify, and then reset the update form field. Okay, so that's fine. And we're going to call this handle update. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to need the event on this one. Here you'll see why. So I'm going to take the event and the ID. Because I'm going to need to get the ID of the button. How will I change the ID of the button? No. I will actually have to make a piece of state. Wonderful. Where's handle update? Let's get rid of we'll just take the ID. So I need to be able to keep track of the ID. You'll see why in a second. So I need to create a new piece of state called update ID. So const, we'll say update ID set update ID equals react dot use state is null. Okay. And then that's what we will use here. Actually, we don't even need, where's handle update? So then I don't even need this here. Okay. All I need here then is going to be update ID, because it'll grab it from there. And that will update it based on that. That's good. That was not so bad. So then when we do click on handle update, it'll just update it based on the ID. Now this edit button, what it's going to do is that on click, it's going to update that thing. So we're going to pass in an arrow function. And when the arrow function happens, what we're going to do is we're going to do set update ID. And we're going to set update ID to note dot underscore ID. Okay. So that's one thing that's going to do. I have one other thing I needed to do. I also wanted to set update dot current dot value, so that value form, we're going to set that to the value of the note. So it's going to equal note.note. Okay, so when I click on the edit button, what it's doing is changing the current update ID, which will be used when I click on the actual update form, and updating the form so that way it reflects the note. So save. And then one other thing I need to do when we do the update, okay, I also want to set update ID back to null. Save. So this I think should work now. So let's create a new note, breakfast. Breakfast appears. So if I click edit, so there's edit, becomes breakfast. So I should be able to change it to breakfast 2. So I hit update, it became breakfast 2. So we have full CRUD. Yay! Okay, that rocks. We did it. Okay, so there you go. You can log in, you can log out, you can create notes, you can edit notes, you can update notes, you can delete notes. And you can see all your notes listed on this page. So that's not so bad. And if I had more information, like let's say notes had like 10 different things that you had to write in there about it, you could just create those individual pages straight from here. You don't need to have another route that pulls an individual note because technically you already pulled in the array of notes. You have the data, so then you can pass it to a component via props and have those individuals accessible through like a route or something like that. You know, sky's the limit. You could also have a show route if you want. With that, we'll do one more video where we'll deploy. That'll be the next video. I'll see you guys there.